a mega fan. I did watch the live action show on Netflix.
It was great.
I got one question for you. Can we get much higher? Because we clearly can, okay? This One Piece market has been blowing my mind. I'm sure it's been blowing your mind. It has been absolute insanity out there. And coming from a guy who's been playing the card game, has been collecting the cards for the last 2 years now, the difference in what's going on now as opposed to a couple of months ago is just bananas, okay? But guys, we've got Logan Paul, mr.beast getting involved. We have got crazy price action happening, and we have no idea what's coming next. And that's why you subscribe to Treasure Theory, guys, because I am a One Piece fanatic. I've been watching the show for 20 plus years, been reading the manga, I'm all caught up, and you're gonna want a guide to help you through all the madness. So leave a like and subscribe, and let's begin. All right, so guys, first off, I gotta show off something, I gotta show off a little grail I picked up. So, we've got the silver Shanks from OP13. I've been kind of going on a new craze trying to collect all the silver SPs. Bam! Yeah, that's right. We got the silver buggy, and it looks absolutely freaking gorgeous. I posted a short on it the other day, but it's getting a lot of attention because people are roasting me because I bought pre-release prices. But hey, I think it's a good snag. But look at this. Look at the difference between both these cards. The SP buggy looks way better than the manga buggy, which, kind of just emphasizes what we were talking about in my last video. But anyways, okay, so let's really quick watch this clip that everybody's been sending me about the Logan Paul thing. People want my reaction for it, so let's just quickly watch it. Wow, OP13 cases. He's a collector, guys.
I've seen what Jimmy Mr. Beast has been saying about the One Piece fan base. They're pretty toxic.
This is a great start.
Look, I did watch the live action show on Netflix.
Oh, no. No.
Great.
Luffy D Monkey.
Oh my god, what? Oh my god. Luffy D Monkey, guys. Luffy D Monkey. This is crazy. So obviously a lot of people are not happy about this, okay? And, we've got not only Logan Paul jumping into the boat now with One Piece, we've got Mr. Beast as well. Two very, controversial, very disliked figures, but guys, you can't deny the fact they're smart business guys. They're multi-millionaires for a reason, okay? And they know how to get people's attention. Now, I don't really pay attention to Logan Paul or Mr. Beast. This is just not my thing, okay? But listen, you can't deny the fact that we have reached a new height of One Piece where people who never really watched One Piece, which, let's be really honest, Logan Paul did not watch One Piece. Yeah, okay, watch the live action. When did that come out? A few years ago? If you're not a real One Piece fan, but you're like, wait a minute, you can make hundreds of thousands off of One Piece cards? One Piece cards, what's One Piece? And when you got celebrities who are getting involved because all of a sudden the money is here and the attention's here, it could signal a few things, okay? It could signal we're approaching the top, if you know what I mean, like the top of a cycle. But it could also mean that this is the beginning of another leg up. I mean, it's really hard to say. But guys, I do think this is a good thing for the One Piece TCG right now. I think the market is probably going to continue to rise because, listen, these guys have millions and millions and millions of fans and followers, and, it's going to be a net positive for One Piece, for people who are into cards and collecting, and obviously it's going to make getting product a lot harder, which has brought up a lot of interesting conversations about Bandai bringing in the print cycles and starting to ramp up printing to meet the demand. But, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I personally think as long as Bandai plays this game smart, why not leave the previous products alone? And if you wanted to, ramp up the printing press for, the newer sets, that would make more sense. And, we've got PRBs already, so we do have reprint sets. But, I do understand where people are coming from. People are obviously nervous about it, but that's besides the point. Let's move on from that because I didn't want to talk too much about it. Guys, let's take a look at some of the market stuff going on right now. We have got some serious prices happening with the Oda signature card. Some could argue this is the holy grail of all One Piece cards right now. It's the only one that has Oda's signature on it. It's a beautiful card, and it's really expensive. Look at this, 77 people viewing this in the last 24 hours. This is a $10,000 raw Oda signature Luffy card. This is absolute insanity. We've got another one here being sold for $30,000 US, guys. And there's already 3 people with this in their card. This is absolute insanity, guys. And, you know, of course, we got the Beckett 10 here as well for 20,000 US. One in the cart. I mean, this is nuts. This is nuts. We've also got OPO 5, which is quickly becoming the OPO 1 in terms of just its insane price action, because it's just like another grail of the card set. It was where the Gear 5 manga Luffy was introduced and all this sort of stuff. And now the prices are absolutely insane to get this set. But we can see $17,000, $18,000 US just to get a box of this. I mean, holy crap. Just mind-blowing, to be honest with you. But this is another mind-blowing thing. We've got somebody trying to sell a Black Label Beckett 10 Gold SP Luffy from OP11 for $1.5 million US. And there's 11 people got this in their carts. There's no way. There's no way. What is the, like, can someone who's, like, mega rich tell me, like, what, how does eBay operate with this kind of money? Like, if somebody just buys this, I mean, like, there's a lot at stake here, right? I mean, it's just a very interesting thing to see. But, you know, the One Piece market, guys, is in a state we've never seen before. This is pure euphoria. If you're familiar with market cycles, we're getting close to the top, you know, and that's kind of something I wanted to talk about in today's video as well, as opposed to just looking at the prices. But I mean, like, look at this. I mean, like, we've got a sealed box of Kingdoms of Intrigue going for 700 US. I mean, like, this is nuts. I bought this box for $250 off a guy 3 months ago, and I was feeling a little gypped when I did it. I'm glad I got it now, but, like, man, oh man. But I like to bring you back to this chart. I did a video where I showed this chart a little while ago, and one of the funniest comments was, bringing up this chart was ridiculous. But this is what makes this so fun, right? Because we're in new territory, right? And we've got crazy attention going on. Celebrities are getting involved. We've got money managers getting involved. People are calling this an asset class. Things are going crazy. We're getting the attention of the rich, okay? And listen, you could argue that's not a good thing, but it's not really something we have control over, okay? But if you don't understand economics or you're not familiar with this, let me just give you a quick rundown, okay? This is the Wall Street cheat sheet. It's basically a psychological chart that shows the psychology of all of this stuff. And listen, the One Piece market is currently going through this. And as you can see, I personally think we're entering euphoria right now. And, you know, I'm a genius. We're all going to be rich. Listen, we're all feeling that right now. If you've been collecting a lot of One Piece cards, investing all that sort of stuff over the years, and you haven't sold anything, you're feeling a little more rich, right? Let's be really honest. You've opened your collector app a few times. You've been like, holy crap, I'm making lots of money now. And it just doesn't make sense. I mean, like, so many random cards are just blowing up. The whole Gengar Nami nonsense. We've got the, what was it? The treasure pack. I can't remember what it's called. That, like, Luffy card that came with the 2 boxes. That was like a 50-cent card or like a $1 card. Now it's like 20, 30 bucks. Like, we've just got insane stuff happening in this market, which is why I want to be that guy that's going to tell you right now, enjoy it while you can, but this is not going to go on forever. And I am not going to get in trouble for saying that this market is going to continue to go up, because it won't. It won't. And it's really hard to listen to this stuff, and nobody wants to be the buzzkill. Nobody wants to hear this, right? Like, we want to keep hoping the hype keeps going up, up, and up. And obviously, players probably don't want that. But the truth of the matter is, guys, this market will eventually start to go down. Now, this doesn't mean once it goes down, it's over. It doesn't. Because we've seen time and time again, different asset classes have the ability to come back and shine. I mean, let's look at Bitcoin, for example, because it's just more relevant, I would say. You know, Bitcoin 2016 was around $520. It goes all the way up to almost $25,000, right? Crazy, right? People who bought this for a couple $100 now got $25,000 per coin, and then it drops all the way down to $8,000, continues to go all the way down, and then there's just a slump for a little while, for a couple of years, right? A lot of people sell, a lot of people are upset, but the people who hold, right? Just like the cards, their time to shine comes back again, as long as the fundamentals of the card game or whatever the hell you're investing in remains the same. So where am I going at with Bitcoin and TCG, right? Because I'm sure a lot of you think this is just absolute nonsense. The point I'm trying to make is that as long as Bandai doesn't fuck this shit up, okay? As long as Bandai doesn't wake up one day and just decides to just start reprinting all of the previous sets, as long as Bandai doesn't start to completely destroy the chase cards, and just start ruining this really beautiful little ecosystem they've created, One Piece will continue to do well. I mean, listen, let's be really honest. Oda is the real king here. You know, he is the true king of the pirates. He's created this story. And guys, again, no spoilers, but if you're caught up to what's going on, it is just incredible that this story continues to go in the direction it is. You know, we're learning so much about so many characters, and it's just this universe, this precious world we all know and love, which is why so many of us get into this. But then we've got other people who, you know, like Logan Paul, I guess, and mr.beast, who get into this because it's where the attention is. It's where the money is. And listen, they're smart guys. They know how to play this game. It's marketing, it's business. And funny enough, I Show Speed, who is also a really famous guy, he's been like a One Piece OG forever. Like, I've watched that guy explode in popularity, and you know, he's a real one for sure. Even if he's a big old celebrity now, but you know, it's just absolute insanity to see what's going on in this market. And look, I know a lot of people are upset about the Logan Paul stuff, but guys, just for the moment, if you're somebody who's sitting on a lot of really nice cards, you've just happened to be collecting and now you're benefiting from this, you know, just appreciate it for what it is. Really assess the value you have right now. Really consider if there's anything worth selling. Obviously, I'm not telling you to do anything. This isn't financial advice, but it's like, listen, while we have this, right? While we have a little bit of money in our pockets, it would be wise to assess that, because that could disappear tomorrow. Now, I don't think that's going to be the case, but listen, in the next 6 months, 1 year, and this is another thing, I personally think that while Pokemon's in a bit of a slump right now, or whatever, it's starting to slowly build up. I think, what is it, the 30th anniversary sets around the corner, am I saying that right? Which we don't know about yet. I mean, I think there will be a time where attention will leave One Piece, and I don't think it'll damage the One Piece market, but we will go in a little bit of a bear market, just like how Pokemon went in a slump. But again, as long as the IP is strong, which it will be, I think we're going to be doing okay. And another thing too, by the way, I actually think that another card game might soon start getting the spotlight, just because I think it's going to be Union Arena, personally. Because I think Union Arena, I mean, there's so many IPs in there. I mean, so many animes. One Punch Man, Full Metal Alchemist, Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, like, it's ridiculous. They've got so many IPs in there, and they've got some really nice cards too. So I think maybe if some attention starts to shift, we will then see the downturn, right? We will eventually see where things drop and people start freaking out and panicking. But guys, I just want you to remember one thing. Remember why you got into this in the first place, okay? And I'm not talking to the investor bros. I'm talking to the people out there who love One Piece, who found this channel, who wanted to invest in cards because they love it. Like me, I mean, like, I'm not some rich fanatic that's just buying every card I can. I mean, like, I'm paying my own money just to own these cards. I like, seriously, I just love collecting. And yes, I sell some cards here and there, but you gotta enjoy the fruit while it's on the tree, right? You know, you're in a boat, you're sailing, and there's fish everywhere. You've got to enjoy all that while they're still there, you know? You've just got to be a part of this, right? Because it's not always going to be fruitful. It's not always going to be available. But again, it's not me saying you should sell. It's not me saying you need to panic. I'm just saying, you know, we don't know where this is going, and this could continue for another year. We could see prices double, triple from here. I really don't know. But regardless, guys, you've got to navigate this market strategically. You can't operate on emotion. And I know it's so hard to you know, make those decisions, especially with cards you don't want to sell. But I've been seeing quite a few people on like Reddit talking about how they're going to sell their collection to put a down payment on a house. That's amazing. That's an amazing accomplishment and achievement. If that's something that benefits you, you know, to own a home, and you can do that because the One Piece TCG gave you that, I mean, do it. You know, if you've got life-changing money, guys, be smart and think about it. I mean, at the end of the day, it is cardboard, right? But, you know, have fun with it and be smart, learn economics, and of course, don't forget why you're here, right? It's for the love of the game, it's for the love of the cards. Hopefully you're not a soulless mongrel who's just in here to just make money. But, hey, sending my love to you as well. But anyways, guys, there's my little rant, or whatever you want to call it, about the state of the market right now. I hope it was insightful. There is still so much more to be said, which is why you should subscribe to the channel, because there will be a lot more videos here. But anyways, guys, a video should pop on the screen. Be sure to click it, and I will see you over there.